Levington, the greatest hits of all.
Monica, and that was the Soft Cells, Where Did Our Love Go? The Cranberries, and Dreams right before that. You know, we're going to hear from Jackson Brown, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Romantics. We'll pause and talk about what's for dinner, and then keep on trucking along with what's happening this weekend right here in Hobbs, America. Do not change your station. You're listening to the greatest hits of all time, Cool 95.
Sports, the greatest hits of all time, Cool 95.7.
Basketball on KLEA Hobbs Lovington, Cool 95.7. Eagle Hoops on Cool 95.7 is brought to you by Lasco Construction, the Lee County State Bank, TDS, and the First American Bank of Hobbs. Hobbs Eagle Basketball on 95.7 also brought to you by Forest Tire Company, Hobbs Express, Thriftway, and Elite Home Health Care. Now, let's take you live to the arena with Ron Gunter and the voice of the Hobbs Eagles, Ty Friend. It's Hobbs Eagle Basketball right here on Cool 95.7 and the Cool 95.7 app.
Welcome, everyone, to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's time for Hobbs Eagle Basketball, live on Cool 95.7, on the radio, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube on the Internet. It's the Albuquerque Metro Tournament. Ty Friend, Ron Gunter with you. Evie Stuber back at the station. It's going to give you kind of a disclaimer to get started tonight. We have horrible internet service here out in the sticks outside of Albuquerque at Volcano Vista High School. So we're coming to you via cell phone tonight. Bear with us on that. We are still going to be going to the YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com feeds as well. Albuquerque Public Schools does not allow videotaping of any of their games. They have a contract, so unfortunately we cannot bring you the video tonight, but we will have the live audio coverage. And Ron, this is a big game for the Hobbs Eagles. They were the only one of two teams last year got to play in this APS Metro Tournament with Hobbs and Gallup. The same two teams were invited back this year. Not the best of outcomes for Hobbs in that tournament. Some tough teams. They did get at least one victory out of it, but this year they're going to be facing a team that's number one in the 4A right now. That's this Highland Hornet squad. And then if they win this one, they're going to play number one in the 5A Volcano Vista team that got beat them by 20 points just a few days ago at the Hobbs Holiday Tournament. So it's not kind of a stacked situation for the first and second rounds at the APS Tournament, but it's not supposed to be a pancake, easy type of ball game.
Exactly. And, we talked about the fact that their schedule was stronger than almost everybody else's combined. But, that doesn't mean anything. What you have to do is show up and play. And so far, Hobbs has had some spurts. They've gotten some things going good, but they haven't been able to continue it, as we're going to be talking here in a moment about the fourth quarter. That's when Hobbs struggles a lot and gets outscored, as well as just everything just seems to fall apart in the fourth quarter. We're hoping that Hobbs can come in here strong, confident, be able to play all around, both defense and offense, be able to get this Highland team going and get their first win. We know they're going to face probably a good Volcano Vista team. We talked about the fact that we've already played them and lost, but I thought for the most part they played them pretty well until the fourth quarter. Then things just didn't work right for the Hobbs Eagles. But we're hoping to see, after a little bit of a break, that Hobbs has come back stronger, the rust knocked off, and be able to play as a team.
Yeah, they'll have 4 games in 4 days. They will play tonight, Wednesday, not have a game on Thursday, and then come back Friday and Saturday. So that will be a loaded tournament bracket. 16 teams here at the APS tournament. We mentioned Volcano Vista as the next one on the list, and more importantly for them, that will be a home game here. If Hobbs is able to win their game tonight, they would play Volcano Vista, who does play Monsanto. We should say that as well. So they have to beat Monsanto first, but that game would be here for the second round tomorrow night. So kind of a tough situation. The loser of this game will play either Monsanto or Volcano Vista on the loser side of the bracket. So kind of giving you kind of a situation there. Of course, Abraham Pena leading the Eagles, averaging 17 points a game. Vega, 10.5. So right now, Ron, 2 players in double figures at this point. They've had a tough Hobbs Holiday Tournament, and then also the game against Permian that they just played on the road. So lots of tough competition to get ready for the APS.
And we're hoping that they'll be able to show up and represent for Hobbs. The Eagles have always had a great tradition of winning, and I think that's one of the problems sometimes is Hobbs has had such a great tradition. We've got 17 banners, and I think that also kind of hinders the fact that, they always have to up the level a little bit. Maybe the students, maybe the kids aren't quite up to that, but I'm hoping tonight they will prove us wrong and prove the world wrong as far as them being able to get together, play as a team, get some shots and definitely work on their free throws, as well as just trying to drive that lane and get those 3 points. What do they need to do to get one more point than Highland?
And play some defense against one of the top scorers in the state of New Mexico for Highland. They come in at 9-2, but Jesus Lacone is averaging, get this, 33.6 points a contest. Also 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and close to 2 steals the ball game. He is shooting 88% from the free throw line, and definitely is a good shooter from the outside. He does have a bunch of three-pointers this season as well, shooting 46% from that range too. So definitely a good kid in terms of point production. Hobbs has met teams in the past here at the APS tournament that have had big scorers like he was. In fact, a kid last year in one of the games, I think he was from West Mesa, had 50 points in a game prior to the Hobbs game, but they ended up beating that team here at the APS tournament. Hobbs did. So he did get double digits, but it was still a good job of playing D on him. So Lycone is pretty much the go-to guy for the Highland Hornets. They do have another guy that averages in double figures for their squad, too, and he gets about 10.2 points a game. That's Raul Stanford, has a little bit of size there, and averaging 3.6 rebounds, 5.5 assists a game, and 2 steals a contest. The kid gets on the boards. He also plays some defense. So those two guys are the kind of the go-through men, Lycone and Stanford. A couple other guys sprinkled in there. Sebastian Hernandez averaging 7.4 points a game. Isaiah Hernandez with 5.7 a game, and Samuel Chavez at 4.4. Should mention, though, this team is very good at the free throw line, currently sitting at 76%, probably the best free throw shooting team the Eagles have faced this season.
Yeah, and definitely, once again, Hobbs needs to work on theirs, so they also need to draw more fouls, be able to, of course, also to keep it clean, keep the fouls down, as well as the turnovers. If they can do that, they should be able to handle this Highland team. Both of them, of course, this is a neutral zone, so there's no a little bit for Highland since it is in Albuquerque. There is a bit of a home field advantage for them. However, I don't see too much as far as crowd goes so far. I think it's about even right now with Hobbs fans as well as Highland fans. But you never know what's going to happen. But I believe that Hobbs is going to come out strong early on. If they can do that, they might be able to get the reins on this game.
Looking at the starting lineups, first for the Highland Hornets, again, 9-2 on the season. Jesus Lycone, Sebastian Hernandez, Isaiah Herrera, Samuel Chavez, and Raul Stanford. There's your top 5 for this squad. They just played West Mesa, by the way, on January 5th and won a very tight game in overtime, 56-55. Of course, West Mesa will be at this tournament as well. For your Hobbs Eagles, we mentioned Pregame and Abraham Pena, the top 2 scorers on the team. You put those two guys together, as they average about 13.5 together, 17 for Pena, 10.5 for Vega. Definitely very important to this squad in terms of point production. Josiah Clay getting the nod tonight as a starter for the Hobbs Eagles. He's averaging 5.7 points a game and shooting really well at the free throw line at 82%. Jairus Turbiatis, another guy that's going to get some rebounds for you. He definitely is going to get to the glass and take care of business. He's also getting a point production of 6.1 a game and averaging close to 7 rebounds a contest. And last but not least, Malachi David is a starter tonight, another post player for the Hobbs Eagles. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities to start this season, but this game he's going to have to be really big to help out against that top scorer Jesus Lycone in this game. Malachi David, in terms of scoring this season, averaging 3.4 points a game. We're going to take a quick break as we're trying to compete with the PA announcers. You can hear blasting in the background. We'll come back in 90 seconds. Get ready for the Hobbs Eagles and the Highland Hornets live here at the Volcano Vista Gym in Albuquerque. The APS Metro Tournament continues in 90 seconds.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Forest Tire, mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
Welcome back live to Volcano Vista High School here in Albuquerque. Ty Fred and Ron Gunner with you, the APS Metro Tournament, as the Hobbs Eagles take on number 1 ranked Highland. The Hornets are number 1 in the 4A poll, we should mention. The Hobbs Eagles come in at number 18. And Ron, if you take a look at the rankings of the 5A division right now, Hobbs way down at that 18th spot, but we've noticed throughout the season the strength of schedule definitely in the hands of the Hobbs Eagles, playing a lot of tough opponents this season.
Yeah, Hobbs definitely doesn't back down as far as competition. This is one of the reasons why I like them so well. They don't take the easy route, definitely. Lovington doesn't either, but Hobbs definitely wants to be tested. They've been tested a lot this year. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to get into it. But I think this time around with the tournament, I think they're going to be wanting to come back. They wanted to come back from last season. They didn't do well. I think this season they'll do better.
We apologize for all the background noise there. The PA announcer has his decibel level up to about 100 plus in this game today, so we'll try to go over the top of him as much as possible. We mentioned one thing the Eagles have some issues with is fourth quarters against Farmington at the Hobbs Holiday Tournament. There was only a 3-point differential at the end of the third, but ended up losing by 6 in that game. Volcano Vista was up by 10 at the end of the third, ended up losing by 10 to that squad, number 1 in the state. And Permian this past week, Hobbs was down by 5 at the end of the third, ended up losing by 13. So fourth quarters, definitely something the Eagles are going to have to try to watch out for and make sure they have their energy level ready to go. And bench help is going to be a big one in this one for the Eagles. Hobbs coming in with a 4-8 record and 9-2 for the Highland Hornets. And Hobbs wearing their black uniforms, white numbers. They get the tip, but it's stolen away immediately for Highland. And now stolen back for the Eagles. Vega's going to take a shot from the left corner and fires it through for the first bucket of the ball game. Again, we apologize for the PA if you're hearing a blast. That's the way it's going to be the rest of the game, I guarantee you. It's the way it always is at Volcano Vista. So both teams are the turnover so far. Highland comes into the front court on the right wing. Lacone, who averages 36 a game, he does a double pump three-pointer. Vega tries to get a hand up to swat it down, but looks like they're going to say he pushes into him and picks up the foul. So that'll be Vega's first team foul against the Eagles. And already Jesus Lycone will get a chance for 3 opportunities here on the charity stripe. It is 2-0 early here as Hobbs leads with the first bucket from Vega. First free throw is up and good for Lycone. And that's one thing you mentioned, Ron, in the pregame show is Hobbs has got to watch the foul situation. The team shoots 76% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, and you cannot give Highland any more points than they have to, especially with the charity stripe. Keep them honest.
Second free throw good as well for Lycone. Lycone, a very good free throw shooter as well, coming in at 88%. He leads the team from that charity stripe and makes all 3 free throws. It's now 3-2 in favor of the Hornets. Going to be coming across the timeline now for Hobbs off the dribble. As Abraham Pena throws it off to the right side to Clay. Clay kicks it left to Turbiatis, down to Vega in the left corner to move the zone. They try to get it back door to Malachi David, but overthrows him in the paint. That'll be the Eagles' second turnover. Pass into the front court, sails to the Hobbs Eagle bench. Another turnover, so both teams get kind of sloppy with 2 turnovers apiece. Eagles in their black uniforms as the inbound comes to the backcourt to Pena. Taking his time with the defense set up in the half court. Man-to-man matchup now. Dribbling through his legs is Pena. Blowing it up on the offense. Bounce pass to Turbiatis on the right way, but ripped right out of his hands by Lycone. That's the third Eagle turnover. Lycone will drive to the other end with a scoop shot right side and lays it in for 2. He has all 5 points for the Hornets, now 5-2 in favor of Highland. Clay will come into the front court, hands it off to Pena up top, swings it left side to Vega. Vega up is Turbiatis, top of the circle. Returns back to Pena left corner. Gets a screen from Turbiatis in the corner. Slides up the near left sideline. Keeps the dribble alive for the Eagles. Malachi David tries to set up a screen. Kick it down to Clay in the right corner. Drives baseline. A 5-footer off the glass and puts it through for 2. So Clay with his first bucket. It's 5-4. Highland leading by 1 with 6:17 left here in the first. Quickly into the front court is Herrera on the right wing. He'll keep his dribble with the left hand. David D'ing him up. Bounce pass to the right corner. Going right baseline is Chavez. Uses up his dribble. Dumps it to the right block to Stanford. Kick it up top to Lycone. Fade away 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Underneath the hoop for the Eagles. Rebound is Vega. Vega's going to take it to the other end. Coast to coast with a scoop shot. No good on the right side. Put back up by Turbiatis on the left block. Not able to put it through. And here comes the other direction for the Hornets. A pass to the left wing. 3 on the way for Herrera off the left side of the rim. Rolls out of bounds on the baseline. And it will be Hobbs basketball. So kind of some long shots out there for the Hornets so far, Ron.
Yeah, so far both sides are having a little trouble keeping it in the rim.
5:42 left here in the first. A 5-4 Highland lead. Coming to the front court. Pena up top to Clay. Swing it left side to Turbiatis. He's going to spot a rainbow 3 off the back of the rim. Ball gets kicked out on the sideline to the right side off the foot of a Hornet. And look, I got the piece of the shoe of Raul Stanford. And they're going to say it's at the deep right corner outside the three-point line. That'll be Vega the inbound in front of the Hornets bench. Gets into Pena. NBA 3 from the right wing off the back of the rim. No good. David gets the rebound. Fadeaway shot in the paint. Can't get it to go through. Our board pulled down for Jesus Lycone for the rebound. They'll jump under the front court. Stop with a pivot on the left elbow. Kick it up top for a tray for Stanford off the back of the rim. Chasing it down at the free throw line is Herrera. Outlet left wing to Lycone again for a 3 off the back of the iron. And Josiah Clay rips it down in the left block. Outlet up court to Vega. Gets it stripped in the lane for the Eagles. Turnover number 4. Going the other direction is Lycone to the rack with it. And throws it over the front of the rim for 2. Lycone now all has a total of 7 points. All 7 for the Hornets. It's 4:46 left in the first. Eagles down by 3, 7-4. Again, he averages 36 points a game. Payne gets a pass right corner, drives baseline, double clutch off the glass, and scores at point-blank range. As Payne gets his first bucket of the ball game, 3 scores already for the Eagles, just 1 for Highland. 7-6 your score. 1 point lead for the Albuquerque squad. In the front court, Herrera on the left wing. Hands it off to Hernandez. Top of the circle against Turbiatis. Kicks it left side to Stanford. 1 dribble, 2 dribble, top of the arc. Hand off to the right side of Lycone at the top of the arc. Comes back to the right side of the zigzag. Fade away 18-footer. Throws it off his shoulder, off the back of the rim. Long rebound for Pena into the front court. Puts his shoulder down and tries to drive to the right baseline, but a defender steps in his way. And they're going to call the block foul on Samuel Chavez, his first. That'll be the first team foul against the Hornets. Eagle basketball right of the rim underneath their hoop. 4:01 left first quarter, trailing by 1. Vega inbound. Gets it to Pena left corner. Fires up a 3 and nothing but net. Big time Trey. As Pena now with 5 points to lead the Eagles. 9-7. Hobbs is their second best lead of the game. Up by 2 here in the first quarter. Passing to Lycone. He'll fire up a 3 from the left side and nails it. Looked like Clay just backed off from him for just a second. And he has all 10 of the Hornets' points now. It's 10-9 as Highland leads the Hobbs Eagles. Into the front court, top of the circle, Pena. On the left side, gets a screen from Turbiatis, fires up a 3, and another one right through the hole. Back-to-back trays for the Eagles, Pena. He's got 8 and 2 trays now. 12-10, Hobbs by 2. Vega gets a steal in the lane at the other end. That'll be the third Highland turnover. Over to Vega, left side. He throws up a 3 off the front of the rim. No good. Gets his own rebound. His second. Sends it back to Clay. Clay will take a few dribbles on the left side of the arc. Going to back it out on the near sideline left. Cross court right to David in the right corner. David takes a few dribbles himself to the free throw line. To Vega on the left wing. Posting up Turbiatis on the left block. Spins the fadeaway jumper in the paint. Rolls over the front of the iron for 2. Turbiates puts it through the hole. We've got 4 scores now and a 14-10 lead. The Eagles have their biggest lead of 4 here in the first with 2:38 remaining. Slowing it down now in the front court. For the Hornets is Stanford. On the right wing, unloads to Herrera. Herrera back deep to the top of the circle to Chavez. Over the left side. Bounces it over to Hernandez. They get it down low, and there's a body flopping on the floor. And I believe that's Lyko that took a spill there. They call the foul on the Eagles. That's going to be against, I believe, against Pena. That'll be the second team foul. They called that a shooting foul underneath. It looked like he was leaning a little bit, but not really in shooting motion. But Lyko will get a chance to shoot. He's 3 for 3 from the charity stripe and misses his first free throw. Came in at 88% this season. If somebody doesn't turn that in that PA announcer, Ron, I think I'm going to lose my head here.
Yeah, and it's good to see that he missed. We were expecting to see, since he's the leading scorer right now, we need to stop Lycon. Otherwise, the Hornets may just walk all over us.
Second free throw is good. 11 points on the scoreboard, all 11 for the Hornets right now. 14-11, though. The Eagles have the 3-point lead. In the front court is Payne on the right wing. He's going to post up big man who just checked in. Parker Henderson on the right block. Waits for some help. Finds Big on the right wing. Up top to Beatty, who just checked in as well. Fadeaway Jay from the free throw line off the dribble. No good on the right side. Saved by Vega. Turbiates brings it down the middle of the paint. Gives it back to Vega, right corner. Fakes the 3. Back to Beatty on the right wing. Throws up a tray himself on the back of the iron. Loose at the free throw line and pulled down for Highland in transition off the dribble. That was pulled down by Ching. Ching sends it to the right side. A 3 on the way, and Herrera drills it home. That's the second tray of the game for Highland. It's tied up at 14. 1:40 remaining in the first quarter. Into the front court comes Payne on the near side. Crossover move to the left wing. Lost the ball for a second to track it down. It's passed back deep to Turbiates. The timeline is knocked away as well. Turbiates comes up with it. Bounce pass to the right corner behind Beatty. Out of bounds for the turnover. So that will be the 5th turnover for the Hobbs Eagles. 3 for Highland so far.
Yeah, Beatty zigged and the ball zagged. Otherwise, it would have been a perfect pass, but unfortunately went out of bounds.
Coming across the timeline with the dribble is Stanford. He's going to slow it up against Vega. Gives it off to Hernandez on the right wing. Beatty right up on top of him. To the right corner, a 3 on the way for Herrera. Off the side of the rim, no good. Pulled down for Beatty on the rebound for the Eagles. Beatty comes into the front court, finds Pinney on the right wing. Beatty gets it back, makes a 3 at the top of the arc. Kicks it down left corner. Hernandez going to fire for Jay himself. No good. Underneath the hoop for the rebound for Highland is DJ Sproul with the boards. Goes it across the timeline to Lycone, top of the arc. Fires a 3, long distance NBA off the back of the rim. And Beatty with another rebound underneath the hoop for the Eagles, his second. Drives the right side of the paint. Goes back toward Hernandez, but overthrows him to the baseline, out of bounds. Highland staying in the lane, waiting for that one that time. That is the 6th turnover for the Hobbs Eagles, not doing themselves any justice, tied at 14 here in the first with 40 seconds remaining. Eagles are trap pressure now as they get the ball into the front court due to the Hornets. Jump stop off the pass to Ching to the free throw line. The pass on the way and a shot going up for Stanford off the back of the rim. And Beatty will pull it down on the rebound. Goes it across the timeline to Pena to the left side. Up top to Soria, posting up Henderson in the middle of the paint. Kicks it out to Beatty, right corner. Dribble to 18, fires the shot off the front of the rim, no good. And pulled down for the Hornets in transition on the far left sideline. It's Hernandez with his second rebound. Gets it to the time stripe to Lycone. To the right wing to Hood with 4 seconds. Back to Lycone with 3, 2, 1. He'll fire for a shot at the right wing at the buzzer and puts it through. Beatty had his head in his face, but he was still able to put down the 3-point shot. Big-time production for Jesus Lycone so far. He's got 14 of the 17 Hornets points. 17-14. Highland leading your Hobbs Eagles. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
The phone rings. Your husband jumps out of bed. Not his phone. It's my phone. Turn on my bedside light. My heart sinks. My sister has never called this early. For the next several minutes, she explains to me our mother is going to need private care. What do? We are both super busy, but we want the best care for Mom.
When it's time to entrust your loved ones to home health care, will just any home health agency do, or do you want the best? You can get the best right here in Hobbs. Elite Home Health provides many services with skilled nurses, such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, even bathing aids. Trusted care in the comfort of your own home. Call 393-9281. That's 393-9281.
We head to the second quarter here in Albuquerque. APS Metro Tournament. Ty Fred Ron Gunner with you. Evie Stuber back to the station. Highland leads going into the second, 17-14. Lycone has matched all scoring of the Eagles. He's got 14 himself. Hobbs has 4 different scores, 8 the leader for Pena. 2 apiece for Vega, Clay, and Turbiatis. Hornets basketball. Again, Lycone with 14, 3 for Herrera. They get a ball down the lane. A shot on the way. Double clutch. No good for Lycone. Gets his own rebound in second, but a bad pass to the left side of the perimeter, stolen away by Pena. That's the 4th turnover for the Hornets. In the front court to Beatty, left wing. Back deep to Pena, top of the circle. Finds Pena on the right corner with a jab step. To Henderson on the right elbow. Jay on the way, off the back of the rim, no good. Underneath the hoop is Lycone for his 3rd board. He's going to go one-on-one against Pena through the time stripe here in the second. 7:17 remaining. 17-14 Highland. Up top of the circle to Stanford. Drives the right side of the lane. Jump stop. Pivoting, looking for help. Kicks it up top to reset. Jab step. Crossover for Chavez. Down the lane left side. Reverse layup rejected by Henderson and pulls down the rebound. His second. Outlet to the timeline to Pena to bring it across as he slows up the offense just a bit. One-hand bounce pass to Pena on the right wing in front of the Highland bench. Pivoting. They're going to call a push underneath against the Eagles. Looked like Henderson shaking his head that time. Might have got the foul. Correction, that's going to be against somebody else instead. I think Beatty just picked up his first. That'll be the first team foul here in the second quarter.
Correct, and Beatty hopefully will learn from that one. I was thinking it was me Henderson, but luckily he got away with it.
Highland basketball in the front court. A bounce pass to Chavez on the right wing. Hands it off up top. A fade for Lycone for 3 off the front of the rim. No good. And coming up with the rebound for the Eagles, middle of the paint, is Hernandez, his first board. This is a Pena front court, left wing. Dribbles up top. Over to Pena with the pass to the right side of the arc. He'll back it out to the timeline for the scores table. Screened by Henderson. A spin move top of the circle. Still looking for help to the right elbow. Kicks it right corner to Hernandez. Up top to Pena. Drives the left side of the lane. Over to Vega on the left wing. Dribbles up top. Quick motion with the Eagle offense. Down to Pena left corner for 3. And nothing but net. Nick Pena sails it through. The Eagles have 5 different scores so far. Only 2 scores for Highland. We're tied at 17. Into the front court to the left wing is Herrera. He slows it down. Back deep to Hernandez. Over to right wing with the bounce pass to Stanford. Posting up Lycone in the right corner. Drives the lane. Leads and shoots between 2 defenders, Hernandez and Pena. And the foul call. Trying to kind of squeeze his way through the defense of the Eagles. We'll see which one gets the foul here. That's going to be against Pena. Second team foul. And so far, Lycone is 4 of 5 from the charity stripe for 80%, has 14 points yet to score here in the second quarter. First free throw is up and good. And Ron, you mentioned this in the pregame show. They got to limit the fouls here because this team can shoot the free throws 76% as a team. And right now you see only 1 miss for Lycone, who has 15 points.
Yeah, and they need to block the lane. That's part of the problem is they're allowing them to get in the lane and draw those fouls. They need to stop that Hobbs does.
Second shot good as well for Lycone. He's got 16 points. All the free throws in his name so far, as he is 6 of 7 from the charity line. 19-17 as Highland leads by 2. Pena in the front court, the dribble shot from the left elbow. He puts it right through the thread. Pena's starting to get hot for the Eagles. He's got 10. He's the top scorer for Hobbs right now. Second behind Lycone with 16. Tied up at 19. A 3 quickly on the way from the left side. Herrera no good. And pulled down for the Eagles by Henderson, his 3rd rebound. Into the front court to Vega, the left elbow. Tries to flick it to Big Man Henderson, but it's knocked out of his hands with a turnover. That'll be the 7th turnover of the ball game. And then a quick foul for the Eagles trying to get it back as Henderson slaps at him and picks up his first 3rd team foul.
Yeah, that looked like a quick pass. It didn't go anywhere. Unfortunately, there was a Hawk there that was able to get into it. And not a Hawk, a Hornet that was able to get in there and disrupt it.
Yeah, we're here at Volcano Vista High School. They do have Hawks on the scoreboard for the home team at this point, so kind of hard to keep track of who's who. Into the front court with a big head fake is Stanford. Unloads up top to Tevis. Swing it right corner to Lycone for three. Eagles left him open again. And he nails his second tray of the ball game. 19 points for Lycone, who loses by 3 for the Highland. At the other end, a pass to Henderson. Turnaround Jay from the right block. No good. Underneath the hoop is Turbiatis for his third rebound. He goes up strong. No good off the rim. Back up again. And there's a foul call. Not sure they're going to call this a shooting foul or not. That's a fourth rebound for Jairus Turbiatis, and he will get 2 free throws out of it. Owen Ching picking up his first team foul here in the second quarter for the Hornets. So Turbiatis will step up to get the 2 throws. Jairus Turbiatis on the season. He is 50%, 7 of 14. Missed his first one. He'll get one more. Turbiatis with 2 points so far, make it 3 on the made free throw. He's now got 3, and it's 22-20 as Highland leads by a deuce with 4:49 left here in the first half. Coming across the timeline, a pass from Herrera or Chavez to the free throw line. Herrera with the fadeaway and nails it from the right elbow. Herrera now with 5 points. It's now 24-20 Highland. Clay in the front court, top of the circle. Unloads to Vega, make it Pena on the right wing. Drives the lane. Double crunch from the glass right side and throws it off for 2. Pena now with 12 points to lead the Eagles. It's 24-22. Hobbs down by 2 with 4:20 left second quarter. In the front court, dribbling through his legs like Cone. Hippity hops down the lane, loses the ball. Pena takes it away. That was the 5th turnover. Goes to the rack, tried to dunk it over the front of the rim. Got a bigger roll to the last second. And now 14 for Abraham Pena. We are tied at 24 with 4 minutes left in the first half. Driving the lane to the other end. Chavez throws the ball down to the right corner to Ching. And loses the ball in the lane, taken away by Pena once again. That is 6 turnovers and drives the rack to the right side, is fouled, and gets shoved in the back. Looks like taking a piece of his backside that time was Isaiah Herrera, and that's Herrera's first personal, second team foul. And it looks like they're going to give Turbiatis a chance for shooting free throws here. His first opportunity in this game. Or make that Pena. Pena shooting 71% so far this season, 50 of 70 from the charity stripe. First shot is up, and it is in and out, no good. So Pena will get one more chance. He's got 14 points to lead the Eagles right now. Had 8 at the end of the first quarter after hitting 2 trays and 3 buckets here in the second. Hobbs right now with 5 different scores. And just 2 scores for Highland. 19 for Lycone, 5 for Herrera. Second shot for Pena, bouncing off the rim, no good, so missed both of them as a rebound pulled down in the left block by Herrera. So Pena's going to remain with his 14. Pass down to the other end, free throw line to Sproul. Kick it left corner, 3 on the way for Herrera off the rim, no good. Pulled down by Turbiatis in the right corner for his 5th board. Outlet to the time stripe, left side. Clay now in the front court. Slows it down, back deep to the time stripe as well to Vega. Gives it Turbiatis at the free throw line, and we've got a timeout on the court. Coach Reeves and Coach Ross want to talk to the troops with 3:28 left in the second quarter. We are tied at 24 here at Volcano Vista High School. Hobbs and Highland will be back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network. That PA needs to go down. Are you there?
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Metro. Fast-moving ball game. Tied at 24. Hobbs and Highland. Eagle basketball after the timeout. Clay has on the left wing. Back deep to Vega. Gets a screen from David to the right wing. Pass down to Pena, right corner. Fires a three off the back of the iron. Ball loose, and looks like Pena shoves in the back off the rebound. As coming down with it for the Highland Hornets was Raul Stamford. That was his first rebound. So Pena's going to pick up his second personal 14th foul. And now they'll get the trap pressure going here. The inbound comes into the backcourt to Stamford. Stop and go against Turbiatis. Throws it across the timeline. Herrera drives left base underneath the hoop. Bounce pass right corner to Sproul. Sproul's going to bounce it to the right wing to Herrera. Fade away from the right elbow off the dribble and gets it to roll around the rim and good. Herrera now with 7 points. Only 2 scores so far for Highland, Lacone and Herrera. 26-24. Highland leading by 2 with 2:40 left in the first half. Beatty gets the pass right corner. Up top to Turbiatis. Dribbles to the free throw line. Fires to Jay. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound in the left block. Pulled down by Herrera. His third. Dribbles into the front court. Stop and go to the free throw line. Bounce it back deep to the timeline. Picked up by Sproul. To the right wing with the bounce pass to Lycone. Fade away Jay for 3 and good. Clay backed up for just a second and makes him pay for it. That's the 4th tray for Lycone. He's got 22 points to lead the Hornets. 29-24, the biggest lead of the game for Highland is 5. Clay has the ball in the right wing front court. Put down to Pena in the right corner. Jab step against Lycone to the baseline right. Backs out outside the perimeter. Goes it back to Vega at the time stripe. Screen from David to the right wing. Pass to Pena in the corner right. Fadeaway jumper from 18 off the front of the rim. No good. Ball tipped out of the near sideline. Goes off the hands of Highland that time. Is trying to track it down with Raul Stamford. Eagles playing a lot more aggressive around the perimeter on their offense in this game.
They definitely are. I mean, they need to slow down Lycone, but other than that, they're doing a really great job as far as defense.
Inbounding is Payne on the near side. Back to Vega at the time. Stripe up top to Turbiatis. Hands it back to Vega. And a block thrown on him as he comes around the circle right. Lycone tried to step it his way that time. His first personal, 13th foul against the Hornets. Eagle basketball right of the rim. Inbounding will be Vega on the baseline. Eagles are spiraling around to get open. Pass into Clay on the right wing. Jab step, screen from Turbiatis. Stop and go, dribbles through his legs. Lost the ball up top of the circle. Lycone gets the steal, then gets fouled from behind by Clay. A desperation foul that time. That's his first personal, 15th foul. Will also be the 8th turnover for the Eagles and will send Lycone to the line to shoot the double bonus here in the second quarter. And he's almost perfect from that charity stripe. 6 of 7 from the line. And 22 points to lead both teams. He's the only guy that shot free throws so far for the Hornets. First shot's up and good. So he has made 3 free throws here in this second quarter, 3 for 3. As we wait for the second now. 30-24, biggest lead is 6 now for Highland. Make it 7 as he makes both free throws. 24 points for Lycone to lead both teams. David Hernandez comes in for Malachi David. Here come the Eagles with 1:38 remaining here in the second, down by 7. Payne throws it across the timeline to Vega left wing. Up top to Spring Hernandez. Comes right with a handoff to Pena. Pena will hold it for a second. Cross court left to Vega. Thought about a 3. Drives the free throw. Hippity hop. Kicks up top to Beatty at the top of the circle. Drives left block. Fadeaway Jay. Hard up the back of the rim. Rebound by Hernandez on the right block. Sends it out right to Vega. Fadeaway Jay from the right baseline. 15-footer off the side of the iron. Tipped high in the air and brought down for the Hornets by Herrera. Left side of the paint. His 4th rebound. Outlet top of the circle, the backcourt to Lycone. He'll dribble it across, puts his head down. One-hand bounce pass left corner to Sproul. Sproul lost control and taken away by David Hernandez. Turnover number 7 for the Hornets. Here come the Eagles in the front court. Pena, left side. NBA 3 after a screen from Vega. High shot at the back of the rim, no good. Turbiatis saves it. Ball's loose and pulled down by Sproul. Sproul dribbles up the far left sideline. Throws it across the time stripe to Stanford. Stanford lost the ball on the near sideline. Diving on the floor is Turbiatis. And they're going to say since Turbiatis had his foot on the line, they're going to give it back to Highland. So Highland get kind of sloppy in their transition passing game, but they'll get it back to because of Turbiatis' foot being on the near sideline.
Turbiatis showing a lot of guts and heart on that one. Tried to get the ball, just could not get it wrangled in time.
He hit his stomach and body spalled out on the hardwood, diving for it. Off a bad dribble. The inbound for the Hornets to the time stripe. Stanford right side. kick it to the free throw line to Hernandez. Fadeaway jumper. They're going to count the basket with his left hand on the left side of the rim. They called the foul in the back that time. A chance for a three-point play. They call that against Beatty, his second. Still a double bonus situation the rest of this half. That's the first score for Hernandez. Chance for a three-point play. Get excuses for the PNF blast microphone going on here at Volcano Vista High School. First free throw is up, and it is in and out for Hernandez. No good. Pulled down by Javen Hernandez for the Eagles. That's his third rebound. Outlet to the far side to Vega to bring it across with 25 seconds remaining. Gets a screen from Hernandez. Gives it back to Hernandez on the give and go. Lost the ball. Kicked off his foot. Loose at the free throw line. The Eagles pick it back up. Does Vega in the right corner. Flings it back up top to Pena. Takes a dribble left and unloads to Beatty left wing. Clock down to 10 seconds. To the right side to Vega. His three on the way. Hits front of the rim. No good. Turbiatis saves it for the second time here in the last couple series. They're going to say his foot was on the baseline. So we'll go back to Highland with 6 seconds left here in the first half. Here's going to match up man-to-man on the full court pressure. The ball comes into line cone. To the time stripe with 3, 2, 1. Shot from the top of the arc at the buzzer off the back of the rim. No good. And that will end the first half of play. It is Highland 33, your Hobbs Eagles 24, down by 9. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with more halftime coverage live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and the Cool 95.7 Facebook page.
Forest Tire, mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
The phone rings. Your husband jumps out of bed. Not his phone. It's my phone. Turn on my bedside light. My heart sinks. My sister has never called this early. For the next several minutes, she explains to me our mother is going to need private care. What do? We are both super busy, but we want the best care for Mom.
When it's time to entrust your loved ones to home health care, will just any home health agency do, or do you want the best? You can get the best right here in Hobbs. Elite Home Health provides many services with skilled nurses, such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, even bathing aids. Trusted care in the comfort of your own home. Call 393-9281. That's 393-9281.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back live to Albuquerque, the Albuquerque Metro Tournament live. Here in the Duke City, where Volcano Vista High School, where your Hobbs Eagles trail Highland 33-24. Highland came in at number 1 in the 4A Max Preps poll. The Hobbs Eagles are number 18 in the 5A poll. Of course, these two teams don't meet each other normally, but this is a big-time tournament. 16 teams here at the APS Metro Tourney. Eagles play tonight, and they will also play either 5:30 or 7:15 tomorrow night. Either play the winner of Volcano Vista and Manzano or the loser of that ball game, depending on what the situation is on that game later. Ron, so far, has been the Jesus Lycone show. 24 points, 8 of 9 free throws, but nothing special we've seen at this point. We expected to see that type of scoring. He had 4 3-pointers in the first half, almost perfect for that charity stripe. He came in at 88% from the line. So, again, it's easy to say shut the guy down, you win a ball game, but he's done that consistently throughout the season, averaging 36 points a game, Ron. Just definitely hard of a guy to shut down. He's kind of a bulky kid, too.
He is, and the problem is right now is he's just putting up threes, and a majority of those, almost a majority, it's 4 of 10 is what he's put up so far of those threes, and he's definitely kept Highland in the game. Everybody else has pretty much not been able to score because of Lycone, and Hobbs is actually working as a team. They're able to get more participants to score for Hobbs, and Lycone, like I said, is pretty much carrying this team once again on his back, and all that Hobbs has to do is slow him down. They don't have to stop him. That is probably going to be nearly impossible because I've seen him launch a three from NBA distance, and he has more makes than he does misses, but still, you got to you got to get him to make his shots. You got to make your presence known and get that defense going for a Hobbs. Otherwise, all the other teams combined is pretty much not in it as far as the Hornets. Hobbs, on the other hand, like I said, they're playing a better rounded team. They're doing more on defense. They're definitely getting some offensive shots, not making every one of them, but and they're also not getting any free throws. That is another problem right there. They've only made 1 of 4 so far from the line, so they need more chances to get more opportunities for more points.
Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half. First for Highland, again, Jesus Lycone with 24 points, 8 of 9 from the charity stripe, has 4 trays and 3 rebounds to his name at this point. Isaiah Herrera with 7 points, including a tray in the first quarter. He has 4 rebounds. Sebastian Hernandez finished with 2 points, 0 for 1 on the line, and had 2 rebounds. So those are the 3 scores so far for Highland. They've had 7 turnovers in the first half, 8 of 10 from the charity stripe for 80%, which is actually 4% better than their season average at 76%. So definitely doing a great job. And, of course, Lycone, the majority of those free throw opportunities. They have 5 3-pointers as a team. Again, 4 for Lycone and 1 for Herrera. They are getting out-rebounded right now, though. Hobbs with 18 rebounds and Highland with 13, although Hobbs has missed some point-blank shots in the paint, which has been an issue this season about making sure that thing goes through the rim with some touch issues. But so far, kind of hanging with this Highland team. The Hobbs Eagles scoring led by Abraham Pena with 14 points. He had 2 3-pointers in the first quarter, went 0 for 2 for the charity stripe, and had 1 rebound in the first half of action. Big drop-off in scoring after that, though. Jairus Turbiatis with 3 points, 1 of 2 on the line. He has 5 rebounds to lead the team for the Eagles. Nick Pena hit a tray for 3 points. Braylon Vega and Josiah Clay both got buckets for 2 apiece. Vega had 2 rebounds, and Josiah Clay finished with 1 board himself. So far, in terms of rebounds, we mentioned 18 compared to 13 for Highland, 5 better for the Hobbs Eagles, 5 for Turbiatis, 3 apiece for Henderson and Javen Hernandez. Hobbs just 1 of 4, though, from the free throw stripe at 25%. Hobbs has hit 3 3-pointers, again 5 for Highland, 8 turnovers and 7 for the Highland Hornets. Eagles were outscored 17-14 in the first quarter by 3, and then Highland getting 16 points in the second quarter. The Eagles with 10, so a +6 differential there in favor of the Hornets. We'll take another 2-minute break. Get ready for second half action as Highland leads the Eagles 33-24 here in Albuquerque. Come back with us in 2 minutes on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Forest Tire. Mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank, and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
The Hobbs Eagle basketball here in Washington Vista. We just started underway. Vega butted in, and it is now over to Pena, and he is passed it off to the right. The Triviantes, who's going to come up short on his shot, and it is rebounded by the Hornets. Bringing back across the timeline is the Hornets, and there is a whistle to stop the play. As, like I said, Triviatis. It looks like it's going to be Pena. Unfortunately, that's his second of the second half and second for the game. And for the call, here is Ty Friend.
Hornet basketball, deep right corner. The ball's bobbing on the baseline as Highland picks up their 8th turnover of the ball game. Both teams with 8 apiece at this point, 33-24. In favor of the Hornets. Pena comes across the timeline off the dribble. Crossover through his legs, put on a show there at the half court line. Over to Vega on the left wing. Down to David on the left block. It's stripped. Back-to-back turnovers for both teams. Now 9 for the Eagles. As it's taken away by the big man, Code. Into the front court to Herrera, top of the circle. And behind to Stanford. Stanford over to left wing, holding the ball for a minute. Chavez. Kicks it right, 3 on the way for Herrera, and gets the net to hang up on the rim as he puts it through the hole. Herrera now with 10 points, 2 trays, and that's a 6th three-pointer converted by Highland, who has their biggest lead now of 12, 36-24. In the front court, Vega over to David on the right wing. Back deep to Vega, swing on left side, driving lanes, baseline left, going high as Pena with a scoop shot. They call the charge. Got straight down that baseline. And stepping up underneath him that time was Sebastian Hernandez. So that will be a foul, and that will be for the second for the Eagles here in this third quarter. So Pena now with a couple of fouls here in the quarter. That's his third. And 36-24 also goes as the 10th turnover. Hornets get the ball down to Lycone in the right corner. He's going to jab step, goes baseline right. Bait shot for 15 off the right rim, no good. Ripped out of the free throw line by Pena. And sends it ahead after his second rebound. A Triviantes right block, goes back door to Pena, who misses the layup, and a rebound for Highland. Herrera gets it across the timeline, top of the circle, fires up a 3, in and out, no good. On top of the rim that time to pull it down was Pena, back-to-back boards for him. And he'll bring it across the stripe himself, his third board. Over to Pena left side, back deep to Vega at the timeline, back to Pena left corner for the Hobbs Eagle bench. 36-24, Highland, 5:55 remaining here in the third. Down to Triviantes in the right block, but a good job of getting in the passing lane to knock it away by Lycone. And sends it to the right baseline. And looks like Coach Reeves and Ross are going to bring in some subs. Henderson checks in, the big man, along with Beatty. As Henderson gets set in that right block position, waiting for the inbound. They get it into him on a double team. Fadeaway shot in the paint, misses. Tries to get a hand on it, though, and ripped down, though, for Highland on that baseline left. Herrera, his 6th board. time, but he gives it off to Lycone. One hands it back to Herrera on the right wing, drives the lane, kick down left corner to Hernandez, makes a three, scoop pass to the right corner, three on the way for Chavez, and switches it through. Chavez with her first three-pointer of the ball game, and now they have tallied 7 3-pointers. We got a Showtime PA announcer in the background here blasting our eardrums out, but Ron, 39-24, 15-point lead now for this Highland Hornets team, and it's all coming on trays in this quarter.
It is, and so far I'm not happy with the fact that Hobbs hasn't been able to stop them, or at least try to get some defense. I was hoping Henderson would be able to come in, make a defensive presence. He did hustle across during that last play, but unfortunately the ball just got passed around enough, was able to get that three-pointed shot in, and Lycone may not be the only one that Hobbs has to worry about from now on.
As we mentioned, 7 3-pointers for Highland. The Eagles had 3 in the first half, but really starting to shoot the lights out here. A big run for the Highland Hornets at this point, a 6-0 run to extend that lead to 15. That's the biggest lead of the ball game. Very close contest in the first quarter. Highland leading 17-14, but a game that the Eagles actually had a couple of leads early in the contest. But this third quarter is starting to go in the hands of the Highland Hornets. We mentioned in the pregame show, Hobbs having a tendency to not have as good a showing in the fourth quarters of these games so far the last couple of weeks. But it looks like right now the third quarter is kind of going a different direction than we'd like to see. So after an Eagle timeout, they will get the ball back in their backcourt. Highlands is going to play some half-court defense as the inbound comes to Pena. He'll bring it across the timeline as he's guarded by Stamper on the right wing. Flicks it over to Clay, back deep to Vega at the time stripe. High pass Hernandez, top of the arc, try to give and go on the handoff. Deflected, picked up by Pena. He comes down the left side of the pike, double clutch on the left block, and he gets rammed hard to the ground. Trying to go through 2 defenders that time, and he's pulled backward. They'll get Hernandez on the foul for Highland. That'll be his second personal and the first team foul against the Hornets. Pena on the stripe tonight, 0 for 2. First free throw's up and good. Pena now with 15 points to lead the Eagles. Hobbs came into the contest shooting 65% on the season, and Pena came in at 71%. Makes both free throws, has 16 points. 39-26, a 13-point Highland lead. Long pass down the right corner, front court. Herrera, fadeaway 3 out the back of the rim, no good. Pena sky high for the rebound, but after he comes down with it, steps on the baseline, which turns into the 11th turnover. That's his 4th rebound. He's really getting up high off the floor to get those boards.
Yeah, but Hobbs isn't able to get those opportunities that they need, and when they do, they tend to turn it over. They need to stop doing that, get their opportunities when they can, and prove the best they can.
Highland basketball left baseline, throw a high one into the near side, handed it back to the inbounder. That's Raul Stanford. Kick it right, throw on the way for 3 for Lycone on the right wing. It comes off the front of the rim. We got a bang for the boards and a foul. Looks like Highland bouncing into the Highland Hobbs Eagle player that time. Not sure who they called that on. I was waiting to see the official go to the table. They called it from the complete other side of the court. That's Herrera's foul. Second on Highland. So Herrera's picked up his second. Clay with the basketball now in the front court, top of the circle, spots up an NBA 3 and nothing but net. Josiah Clay from way outside had a hand in his face that time. Clay now with 5 points, and the Eagles have 4 3-pointers in the game. 42-26. Quickly in the front court, driving through traffic, it's Hernandez. They're going to say he got reached in on from behind. They call the foul on Braddock Beatty. 3rd personal and the 3rd team foul for the Eagles here in the 3rd quarter. Highland basketball near sideline or far sideline right in front of the Highland bench. Bounce it to the timeline to Stanford. Kick it up top to Herrera. Drives around the left circle and hands it off to Lycone. Comes around the right side of the perimeter, and they're going to have a hold call now. Refs starting to call it really tight outside the top of the circle. They call that on Javen Hernandez. That's his first personal, 14th foul. 1 away from the double bonus for the Hornets. They'll have the ball on the right baseline. Bounce pass to the left block. Backing into his defender is Herrera. He fades and throws over the front of the rim. As Herrera now has 12 points. 41-29. Back to a 12-point lead for Highland. In the front court, Clay on the top of the arc. Stop and go dribble. He'll back it out. Dribbles through his legs. Globetrotter style. Finds Beatty on the left wing in front of the Hobbs bench. Back deep to Vega. Returns to Beatty left side. Drives baseline. A runner shot on the way off the glass left side and put it through for 2. As Beatty puts it down. Looks like Beatty hit the floor pretty hard. They didn't call the block foul, which probably should have been called. His first bucket, though. It's 41-31. At the other end, a three on the way from the left side from Herrera, no good. Clay tracks it down to the near right sideline. His second rebound. They're going to stop action here. And it looks like Beatty has hurt his left wrist, and he is hunched over. Coach Ross jumped up on the court, noticed that he was hurt, and called the official timeout to get him tended to. The officials did stop the action. So he's going to have to leave the court. He went down hard on the left side of the lane there on that last score. I can't believe he was able to still score that off the glass and came down on top of the defender. It looked like the defender had gone up underneath him that time. Might have been had a block foul or something there.
It looked like he got underneath him, and it flipped Beatty down to the ground. And unfortunately, when he hit with his wrist.
He's been taken to the locker room right now. Hobbs down by 10 with 3:38 left, third quarter. Payne in the front court on the right wing, a double team against him. Up top to Vegas, swinging left side to Clay. Another NBA three on the way. He is back-to-back with trays. Big-time pickup for Clay. He's got 8 points, 6 of those here in the second, make it the third quarter, and the third three-point shot for the Eagles, down by 7. Climbing back into this contest. In the front court, using up his dribble, Stanford on the far right sideline. Returns back deep to Hernandez. He'll fire up an NBA three right wing and puts it through for 3. Actually, that was Jesus Lycone, who's got 27 points, his 5th three-pointer of the ball game, and that is the 8th for Highland. 44-34. Hobbs down by 10. Clay tries to drive down the lane and gets pushed as they get the foul call against Herrera. His third personal, third team foul. Hobbs basketball on the left baseline underneath their hoop, down by 10. Inbounding will be Nick Pena. 2:58 left, third quarter. He'll flick it back deep to Pena. Swing it to the right side to Clay. Clay's going to hesitate with the ball, then finds Pena on the right corner. Jab step, drives the baseline. Dumps it over to Hernandez on the right block. Double clutch off the front of the rim, no good. And a rebound pulled down for the Hornets. That is Sebastian Hernandez. Outlet across the timeline. Up top, driving the lane. They're going to call travel. Stutter step first, though. They'll call that one against Stanford. As he caught the ball, he's kind of stutter-stepped and gets the travel. That will be the 9th turnover for the Hornets. 44-34, Eagles down by 10, 2:37 remaining here in the third. Payne will have a little bit of real estate to work with as he comes across the timeline. Gets a screen from Pena, almost a block foul there. Up top to Pena off the pass, drives the lane, finds Clay open left corner. Another three going, this one off the side of the iron, no good. And a rip down on the rebound, left block by Stanford, his second. Loads it to the near side to Hood. He'll come across the timeline. Bounce pass to the left wing. They're going to call Penny over the back as he tried to get it away from Stanford on the left wing. So Pena has picked up his 4th personal. That will be the 15th foul. And unfortunately, that should give the double bonus for Highland. The scoreboard is only saying 4 there. So they're going to say it is the 4th team foul. And checking in for the Hobbs Eagles, Lyric Soria. Inbounding on the near left sideline is Chavez. Back to the backcourt to Stanford. Stanford will take on Soria to the timeline, to the right wing. Zigzags it back to the left off the dribble. Flicks it up top to Hernandez. Comes around the right side with the hand off to Lacone. He wants to fire a 3, and there it is again. He's got 30 points now. 6 3-pointers for Jesus Lacone, and the 9th 3-pointer of the ball game. 47-34. At the other end, Hernandez going to throw up a 3 from the left corner off the back of the rim. No good. Long rebound for Lacone. His sport sends it ahead to a breaking Hernandez, who lays it in on the right side glass for 4 points total. 49-34. Eagles down by 15. To the other end, Vega spot shot from the right block. He puts it down off the runner and scored for him. Vega now with 4 points. The track meet starting up here in the third. 49-36 Highland with 1:25 remaining. Stop and go dribble now coming across the timeline to Stanford on the right side. Flicks it back to Lacone. Comes right circle, crossover move to the baseline. Double clutch off the right block. Counted off the glass and the foul on David Hernandez. Lacone now with 32 points, just 4 shy of his average on the season. That's Hernandez's 2nd personal. And a chance for a 3-point play for Lacone. Looks like Coach Ross is going to go to the bench and bring in Jameis Wright, getting his first action of the game, coming in for Hernandez. As Lacone getting a chance for a free throw. He is 8 of 9 for the charity stripe so far, only missed 1. That was way back in the first quarter. It actually, his fourth free throw of the ball game. Makes that one there, though, and now has 33 points. 52-36, a 16-point lead for the Hornets, their biggest of the ball game. In the front court, Soria fakes the three, but stutter steps on the left side and picks up the travel, and that'll be 12 turnovers for the Eagles. They came in averaging 14, so they haven't made it to that point yet, but they got to take advantage of the opportunities they're given on the offensive side of the court, Ron.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they cannot get any more turnovers than they need. They already having trouble with their lack of possessions as it is. Hobbs needs to do a lot better as far as shooting. Of course, defense would be nice too, but however, they got to do one thing at a time. Go ahead and get your defense. If you operate your defense, you can open up your offense. That's what most coaches will tell you.
52-36 as Highland leads the Hobbs Eagles. We'll take a 30-second break here in the third quarter. Come back with us in half a minute.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
Eagles have outscored 19-12 here in the third quarter. They trail by 16 to Highland, 52-36. The Hornets number 1 in the 4A in the Max Preps poll. The Hobbs Eagles number 18 in the 5A in the Max Preps poll. Winner of this game will play the winner of Volcano Vista and Monsanto, the nightcap game after this one tonight here in Volcano Vista. If Volcano Vista is in the winner's side bracket, they will host that game tomorrow night. After the timeout, it will be Hornet basketball. 1 minute left in the third. If you can hear the PA announcer blasting our ears off once again. It's Sebastian Hernandez, top of the circle. He'll back it out against Beatty. Gives it off to the left wing to Stanford. Kick it back to the right side like Cohen. He's going to throw a three-point shot off his shoulder, Jamal Wilkes style. It doesn't even come anywhere close to the rim. Ill-advised shot for Lycombe. They're going to say the Eagles touched it. They gave him a break on that when the ball came down quickly, so maybe somebody did get a hand on that basketball, but not a good shot attempt there for Lycombe. Inbound to the right corner, crossover move. He's going to go baseline right, takes it to the rack, double clutch off the back of the rim, no good, and pulled down by Wright on the left block. Seamus Wright coming up with his first rebound off the bench. Gives it to Clay coming down the paint, back to Wright on the right baseline, little semi-hook. As a runner coming from the right base, throws it through for two. Seamus Wright's in the books early here in the third for him, 52-38. 18 seconds left in the third. Hobbs down by 14. Into the front court, Light Cohen on the right side. In front of the scores table, crossover against Wright. He'll keep it out at the time, stripe with 9 seconds. Hands it off to Stanford, now top of the circle. Gives it back to Light Cohen at the time, stripe with 3 seconds. 2. Shot from the right up the dribble, off the buzzer. No good. Coming off the front of the rim. At the end of 3, your Hobbs Eagles trail Highland 52-38. Down by 14. We'll be back in 60 seconds on HobbsAmerica.com. Cool 95.7 on the YouTube Hobbs Sports page.
The phone rings. Your husband jumps out of bed. Not his phone. It's my phone. Turn on my bedside light. My heart sinks. My sister has never called this early. For the next several minutes, she explains to me our mother is going to need private care. What do? We are both super busy, but we want the best care for Mom.
When it's time to entrust your loved ones to home health care, will just any home health agency do, or do you want the best? You can get the best right here in Hobbs. Elite Home Health provides many services with skilled nurses, such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, even bathing aids. Trusted care in the comfort of your own home. Call 393-9281. That's 393-9281.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
We start the fourth quarter here in Volcano Vista High School in Albuquerque, the APS Metro Tournament. Your Eagles trail Highland 52-38. Highland basketball, an errant pass coming to the baseline. Goes out of bounds in their front court for the turnover. There's 10 turnovers for Highland and 12 for the Hobbs Eagles. Leading scorer so far, Jesus Lycone leads the Hornets with 33 points, 12 for Herrera And for your Hobbs Eagles with 16, Abraham Pena. And a total of 8 for Clay. A pass down low to Vega, tries to lean to the hoop, gets knocked down, no call. The ball sails low, no good for the bucket. And a rebound by Lycone, his 5th of the game. They get it across the timeline to the right corner, drives underneath the hoop, comes up underneath from right to left, throwing up a ball over the top of his head there. Raul Stafford has his first bucket of the ball game. The Eagles have actually out-rebounded Highland 23-19, but a steal at the timeline by Lycone. And then gets bumped into by Vega for the foul as well. So Hobbs now with 13 turnovers. And they're going to call the foul on Vega as well to add insult to injury. Vega with 2 turnovers, or 2 fouls, I should say. First foul for the Eagles here in the fourth quarter. The inbound of the backcourt to Stanford. Hobbs trailing 54-38. Stanford will bring it across off the dribble. Bounce pass to Herrera. Hand off to the top of the arc to Lycone. Drives right in the lane. Double clutch. Sidewinder hook is an air ball. Pulled down underneath the hoop for the Eagles by Wright. His second rebound. Beatty in the front court right wing. Drives the right elbow. Fadeaway J out the back of the rim. Rebound by Lycone and a foul underneath. Good to see Beatty back as he went down with the left wrist injury just minutes ago. They called a push foul on the rebound against Chavez, his second. First team foul against the Hornets here in the fourth quarter. Looks like Beatty will leave the game. He does have a wrap on his left wrist now as J. Iris Turbiatis checked in for him. Eagle basketball on the left baseline. Wright will inbound. Goes it deep into the right corner to Vega. Drives right base. Tries to go up strong on 2 defenders and kind of weave his way between them and gets a body foul call there. A couple of potential foul calls there. It looks like Hernandez will get the foul. His first, second team foul. They're going to say that wasn't a shooting foul, though. He kind of thrusted his arms toward the hoop that time. They're not going to take him on the lure there. Inbound to Clay in the right corner, drives baseline, double team, backs out of it, sends it back deep to Payne at the time stripe. Crossover move, left, right, zigzagging down the lane, throws up a shot. They call the block foul. Not sure they're going to call this a shooting foul or not. And it looks like they're going to get Jesus Lycone with his second personal, third team foul. They will count the bucket. Kind of a delayed shot there for Payne. Kind of threw a hip shot at the rim that time, so they will put it through the hole. Now with 18 points, Lycone with his second personal. Free throw up and good for Pena. He's got 19 now to lead the Eagles. 54-41, though. Highland by 13. 6:40 left, fourth quarter. Inbound to the far sideline. Stop and go dribble. And continuing down the right baseline. Now spinning with it is Chavez. Bounces it back deep. They have to save it. Lycone gets it back into the front court to Herrera, top of the circle. Outlet to the left wing to Stanford. Pivots, dribbles the top of the arc himself, looking for help. 360 on the wraparound pass to Lycone at the time stripe. Crossover move going against Wright, down the lane, weaves through traffic, tries to throw it backdoor, but behind Chavez out of bounds on the left baseline to sail out for the turnover, number 11. And Highland really needs to take advantage of their offensive opportunities. They're only up by 13. The Eagles can start chipping away at this lead.
Lycone has not been a big threat in the second half, and that's good for Hobbs, although they haven't taken advantage of it yet.
6:09 remaining. Eagle ball in the front court. Payne will take his time dribbling through his legs, continues to the right side of the lane, fadeaway jumper from the elbow. Ball comes off the rim off the jump, but they're going to call the foul against Highland. He should be in the act of shooting here, and they'll call the foul against Lycone, who's just picked up his third personal, 14th foul. And here we go again is Abraham Pena back to the charity stripe. He is 3 of 5 from the line for 60%. Has a majority of the free throws in this ball game. J. Iris Turbiantes, 1 of 2. The other guy that's been on the line so far this game. First free throws up and swish. In fact, Pena's made all 2 free throws here in the fourth and 2 in the third. Now has 20 points. Make it 21 with his third free throw here, back to back. And now it's 54-43. Highland up by 11 with 5:58 remaining in the fourth. In the front court, a pass down to the right corner to Herrera. Drives to the free throw line, pivot. Bounce pass wide open, waiting for the ball at the bounce pass. Sebastian Hernandez, uncontested, now has 6 points off the glass there, right next to the rim. Back up by 13. In the lane, it's going to be Pena with the jump stop and a shot from the free throw line off the back of the rim. No good. And pulling it down the right block is Lycone, his 7th rebound. Dribbles in the front court. No-look pass to the right corner to Stanford. Goes baseline. Double clutch on the right block. They're going to call the offensive charge on Stanford. That'll be his first personal, 5th team foul, and will count as a turnover as well, number 12 for Highland. More importantly, that'll give the Eagles a double bonus the rest of this ball game, Ron.
know, and we're hoping to be able to take advantage of that. Definitely need to get those free throws in as often as possible.
56-43, Highland by 13. Here comes Payne down the lane. High arching layup on the left side. Rolls out the front of the rim, no good. Lycone rips it down for his 8th rebound. He's working on a double-double along with 33 points. Outlet across the time stripe to Hernandez. Sends it right corner. 3 on the way for Herrera. Right through the thread. 15 points for Herrera. That's his 3rd tray and the 10th tray converted by the Highland Hornets. Up by 16, matching their biggest lead of the game. In the front court, and a timeout for Coach Ross and the Eagles. 4:52 left, fourth quarter. It's Highland 59. Your Hobbs Eagles 43. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Eagle Network.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
59-43, your score here in Volcano Vista High School's gym. A part of the APS Metro Tournament. Ty friend Ron Gunner with you. Evie Stuber back to the station. The Hobbs Eagles so far in this fourth quarter have scored 5 points. 7 for the Highland Hornets, who are playing on another court here in Albuquerque. But the winner of this game will play Volcano Vista or Monsanto. That is the nightcap game tonight, Ron.
It is, and we're expecting to see Volcano Vista, but you never know. That's the reason why they played the game. It could be Monsanto. But either way, Hobbs needs to play this one and get into it again.
4:50 left in the contest, down by 16. Payne gets the inbound on the right wing, gives it up top to Clay. Clay with a jab step, going to hold the ball. Back to Payne on the left side perimeter. Crossover move to the baseline. Angles towards the rim. Fadeaway jumper from the left block. And puts it through the hole. Nothing but that for Pena. Big time scoring for him in this game. He's got 23 to lead the Eagles. Down by 14. To the other end with the dribble goes Herrera on the left baseline. 15-footer. Pena fell to the floor, and Herrera makes him pay for it with the J. Put on the brakes quickly that time. He's got 17. 61-45. Highland by 16. Clay in the front court, left wing, gets a screen from right, and now a foul. They're going to call the hold. That's kind of sliding with him that time. Isaiah Herrera. That'll be his 4th personal. Eagles in the double bonus, and that will put on the line for Hobbs a 2-shot situation as Josiah Clay will get the deuce. 61-45, a 16-point lead. First chance for Clay to get free throws in the game. He does have 8 points and 2 trays to his name. First shot is up, and it is good. 9 points now for Clay, trying to get into double digits. He's only the 2nd player to get there tonight. As already we've talked about Pena, the first one to get there, with 23. One more shot here for Clay as he makes his first. Second one will give him 10. Clay came into the contest shooting 82%, one of the best free throw shooters. And as I say that, he misses off the back of the rim, no good. Pulled down in the paint for Highland by Hernandez, his 4th rebound. Hernandez comes into the front court, half a pass to Lycone in the left wing. Stop and go against right, top of the circle. Wrap around over to Spruill in the right wing, dumps it right corner. Hernandez goes baseline off the dribble right, dumps it left corner to Chavez. Flicks it behind on the left wing to Hernandez. Trying to get some help and sends it back to the timeline. Deflected out of bounds in the backcourt. They're going to give it back to Highland as Seamus Wright was tracking it down and punched it out of bounds. Highland will get it in their backcourt, leading by 15 with 3:45 remaining. Inbounding on the near left side is Chavez. Clay trying to stop the inbound. Bounces it in. It's kicked off the foot of Abraham Pena out of bounds in the front court left side. So Highland will get it back just near the half-court line, but a timeout on the court. We'll keep it right here at Volcano Vista High School. 3:43 remaining here in the fourth as Highland continues a 61-46 lead by 15. And, of course, this is going to be 4 games this week, Ron. Game tomorrow against either we mentioned Volcano Vista or Monsanto. They'll have a game on Friday and then a game on Saturday. So lots of quick turnarounds for Hobbs in this one coming off the Hobbs Holiday Tournament where they had 3 games.
Yeah, not only is it going to be a quick turnaround like you mentioned, but also different styles. You know, it's going to be different to see Highland from either Monsanto. We've already seen Volcano Vista. We know that they can play well. They're, defending champions, so of course they can play well. But you also got to understand that Hobbs has got to be quick on the draw. They need to go ahead and get more aggressive, drive the lane, do whatever they need to do, get back into this. They've got the foul count, so they don't have to worry about that. But otherwise, they need to get back into this game quickly if they want to win.
And their defense has really held Lycone with low scoring here in the second half. He had 24 points at the half, 9 in the third quarter, but has yet to score in the fourth. He averages 36 a game. After the Highland timeout, a pass to the right wing, driving the paint as Chavez goes backdoor at the last second, unloads to Hernandez, who lays in for 2 on the left side. 8 points for Hernandez, 63-46. The biggest lead is 17 for the Hornets. At the other end, Payne, an 18-footer from the right. Off the front of the rim, no good, but Turbiatis with a tip drill as he puts it back off the glass on the right side for 2. Turbiatis 5 points and 6 rebounds, 63-48. Highland now in the front court. On the right wing, falling to the floor, and as he tries to unload, they get a timeout for Highland. As the ball in the hands of Chavez, he tried to put his body through 2 defenders on the right side, and he got away with the travel on that one, but it looks like Coach Woody was able to jump up and get the timeout before they called that travel. So we're going to stick it here with about 30-second timeout. Of course, the Hobbs Lady Eagles in action tonight, too. They've got a West Mesa game. That is on our sister station, 100.5 The Eagle. And, of course, the Lady Eagles winning the Hobbs Holiday Tournament Championship. Also beat Volcano Vista, who they played 3 out of 4 times in championship games at the state tournament.
Yeah, and this Hobbs Lady Eagles, they struggle a little bit with certain teams. But you know what? West Mesa is not one of them. 2-2. In fact, they've won the last 2 meetings from 2019 and 2023. It's going to be very interesting to see that game later on.
So we got 3:09 remaining here at Volcano Vista High School. Inbound to the right corner, 3 on the way up the front of the rim for Stanford. Pulled down by Vega, the free throw line for the Eagles. He's got 3 boards. Comes down the lane right side, but stutter steps in the last second of the right block and runs over his defender. That was DJ Sproul standing solid that time. So Vega picks up his 4th, second team foul against the Eagles. Also a turnover for Hobbs at 14. Full court pressure defense. The inbound to the far right sideline to Chavez. Sends it back deep to his other guard, that Stanford, then back to Chavez. The half court to Hernandez. Around the right circle off the dribble. Lost the ball behind his back, and it rolls out of bounds on the baseline for the Highland turnover number 13. Eagles have 2:50 to work with. Down by 15, 63-48. Stoppage of action here. Officials were trying to get something sorted out as Hobbs will inbound with no defense on the backcourt for him. And Payne will have plenty of time to bring it across. Man-to-man defense for Highland. Payne a crossover move through his legs. It's a screen up top from Turbiatis, but Turbiatis extends his forearm and gets a screen foul there. So he'll pick up the foul, his first, 3rd team foul. They'll go the other direction. That will be the 15th turnover for the Eagles. As Herrera returns for Highland and taking a seat will be Sproul. Inbound to the backcourt, dribbling up is Stanford, taking on Pena. Unloads the ball across the timeline. Herrera left wing, drives baseline, and pulls it back out. A double team. It's stolen from behind by Pena. Nice double team with Turbiatis for the pickoff. That's 14 turnovers for the Hornets. In the front court, Pena, stop and go. Kranos leads and shoots from the right block and throws it off the glass for 2. Pena continues to put down the points. They're 9 in the fourth quarter, 25 overall for the Eagles. 63-50. Hobbs down by 13 with 2:10 remaining. Ball's unloaded to the front court. Herrera on the right wing. Dribbles to the timeline in front of the scorer's table. Gives it off to Hernandez on the right wing. Back deep to the timeline again to Stanford. Dribbles right perimeter in front of the Hornets bench. Cross court left to Herrera. Down to 1:50 remaining in the game. Hobbs up, down by 13. Uses up his dribble. Good defense by Turbiatis. Gives a pass to the left wing to Stanford. Drives the left block. Double team. Up top to Hernandez. Swing it right side. 3 on the way for Hernandez. Off the side of the rim. No good. Pulled down by Lycone on the right block for his 9th rebound. And they call the push foul by the Eagles. Turbiatis picks up the foul. His 2nd. 14 foul. 1 away from the double bonus. Lycone is 1 rebound away from a double-double in this one. 33 points and 9 rebounds. And we got bodies hitting hard on the floor. Seamus Wright takes a dive as he's knocked down hard by Lycone. They call the foul on Lycone. He is 4th. And a double bonus for the Eagles. So what should have been, that was an offensive foul. That's why they didn't shoot it. So it'll be Hobbs basketball as Pena brings it across the timeline, top of the circle. 1:30 remaining, down by 13. Gets a screen from Turbiatis, pass over to right side to Clay. Dribbles through his legs. NBA three on the way, in and out, no good. Ball tipped up in the air and pulled down for the Hornets by Herrera, his seventh. Throws it ahead to Light corner in the left block, front court. Kicks it back to Herrera on the left wing. To the free throw line off the dribble. Back deep to Stafford on the right wing. To Herrera in the right corner with 1:06 remaining. Gets away out of traffic, up top of the circle off the dribble, and a handoff to Hernandez at the timeline. Turbiatis steps out on defense, dribbles behind his back, flicks it back deep to Herrera, to the far sideline off the dribble, spin move near the scores table, top of the circle off the dribble with 50 seconds. One-hand bounce pass to Hernandez, top of the yard. He'll back it out to the timeline. Kicks it off to the right wing to Stamper with 43 seconds remaining. Goes baseline, head fake, bounce pass to the light corner of the left block. Kick it to the left wing to Chavez, dribbles behind his back. Down the lane, unloads to the right corner to Stafford, fires up a three, off the back of the rim, no good. We got a battle for the boards. The ball gets tipped out by Highland. Hobbs ball on the left baseline. 30 seconds left here in the fourth. Eagles trying to whittle away at a 13-point deficit, 63-50. Pena bring it across the time stripe. NBA three, top of the arc, hits off the left rim, no good. Rebound and transition by Herrera, his 8th board. Still on a timeline by Pena for the 15th turnover. He goes to rack himself with two hands down the right side of the lane and scores it off the glass. He's got 27 points to lead the Eagles, down by 11. 7 seconds remaining. In the front court, Light Cone on the right wing. Backs into the Highland bench, and that will run out the clock here at Volcano Vista High School. So the Hobbs Eagles losing 63-52 to the Highland Hornets. Eagles will drop to 4-9 on the season as Highland improves to 10-2. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back with the Hobbs Eagle postgame show. You're listening live to APS Metro Tournament action on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and also on the Cool 95.7 Facebook page.
Forest Tire, mile after mile, we've been with you for almost 80 years. Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last. Phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2 tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
The phone rings. Your husband jumps out of bed. Not his phone. It's my phone. Turn on my bedside light. My heart sinks. My sister has never called this early. For the next several minutes, she explains to me our mother is going to need private care. What do? We are both super busy, but we want the best care for Mom.
When it's time to entrust your loved ones to home health care, will just any home health agency do, or do you want the best? You can get the best right here in Hobbs. Elite Home Health provides many services with skilled nurses, such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, even bathing aids. Trusted care in the comfort of your own home. Call 393-9281. That's 393-9281.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Are you still there? To Albuquerque, the APS Metro Tournament, as your Hobbs Eagles lose a double-digit game to the Highland Hornets. Again, 63-52, the final in this one. Ron, it was a close game in that first quarter. In the first half, the Eagles were pretty much taking it to Highland at some points in this game. Lots of ties. They were only down by 3, 17-14 at the end of the first. Down by 9. Did get a little bit extended there in the second quarter, an 8 or 9-point differential at halftime. But after that, though, the issue was the three-point shots. 10 completed trays by Highland. Hobbs did manage to get 5 themselves, but again, like Cone, the guy that was lighting up the Eagles in this one with 33 points, but did not score in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were able to control Lycon, although I think it was also Lycon that was not shooting nearly as much as he could have been. Otherwise, yeah, there was a couple of easy layups for the Hornets that Hobbs wasn't able to get involved with as far as blocking them out. Unfortunately, that kind of helped them out. The Hornets were able to coast toward the end into the fourth quarter and be able to just throw right out their big lead. Hobbs unable to get anything done as far as answering it, but they did try. They were really going after the ball at certain points and being able to get the ball back from this Hornets team. They looked really strong at some points, but unfortunately it just didn't flow out in the end. And because of time, if they would have had another quarter, maybe, who knows. But the Hornets played it to win to the end. Didn't have to worry about getting extra points, and the Hobbs, unfortunately, just could not get those buckets to drop for them. And they also had the advantage of being able to have those fouls. They were in double bonus, just could not get to the line enough. A couple of offensive fouls, and that just didn't put them to the line.
Hobbs did have a lead in the first half as big as 4, but 17 was the biggest margin for the Highland Hornets as they pulled away with this double-digit victory. Let's look at the numbers for individuals for Highland. First of all, I mentioned Jesus Lycon. Finished with 33 points, did not score in the fourth quarter, but did get 6 trays in the game to lead his Hornets, and was 1 rebound shy of a double-double in this one with 9 boards. So definitely he's their workhorse. That is actually less than his season average, 36 a game. So Hobbs had 3 less than that. Kind of what we saw last year at the APS tournament. They had a kid from West Mesa that had a 50-point game before Hobbs played him. I think he got maybe 30 in that game against the Eagles, but nowhere near his average. So Hobbs did maintain him a little bit there in the fourth, but still, he was their workhorse in terms of point production in this ball game. Also with double digits for the Hornets, S.A. Herrera finished with 17. He had 3 3-pointers, also had 8 rebounds, so he was getting close to a double-double in the game as well. Sebastian Hernandez finished with 8 points on 4 buckets and 4 rebounds. Samuel Chavez hit a tray for 3. He had a rebound. And Raul Stanford had 2 points and 2 boards for Highland. They only had 5 scores in this ball game. And, again, 33 of that was from Lycon, 17 from Herrera. They combined for 50 of the total points in this game of the 63 total for Highland. From the free throw line, almost perfect, 9 of 11 for 81%. That was 5% better than their season average at 76, though. Some very good free throw shooting. Of course, the majority of that coming from Lycon, who was 8 of 9 in the contest, just missed 1 free throw in the ball game. They did get 27 rebounds, 1 more than the Hobbs Eagles did. That was led by Lycon with 9 boards and 8 for S.A. Herrera. They had 15 turnovers, the same number as the Hobbs Eagles had, so even in that category. Did get a little bit sloppy in their half-court offensive game. Some points of this contest for Highland. That's going to have to get cleaned up if they want to beat Volcano Vista tomorrow in the second game of the APS Metro Tournament. Again, we mentioned 10 3-pointers converted, 5 for the Hobbs Eagles. Hobbs Eagles individual numbers in this game, 27 points for Abraham Pena. He was 5 of 7 from the charity stripe, had 2 trays in the first quarter, and finished with 4 rebounds. Definitely the offensive workhorse in this ball game. He had 11 points himself in the fourth quarter with a total of 4 buckets and 3 for 3 free throw shooting. So again, well above his average. Came into the game with 17 a contest, 10 more than that in this game. So definitely stepping up big for the Eagles. Nobody else in double figures, although Josiah Clay getting a start in this game was 1 point shy, missed his second free throw opportunity in the fourth quarter. Could have had 10, but finished with 9. Did hit 2 trays in the second quarter. Again, 9 points for Josiah Clay, also 2 rebounds to his name as well. It was Jairus Turbiatis finishing with 5 points, also 6 rebounds, and was 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Also, it was Braylon Vega, kind of a quiet night offensively for him, 4 points and 3 rebounds for the Eagles' cause. Braddock Beatty coming off the bench for a bucket and 2 points and 2 rebounds. Did go down in the fourth quarter with a left wrist injury. Came back to the game about a couple minutes later and had a taped left wrist. Left again, but hopefully there's no break to worry about for Braddock Beatty in this ball game. Good production for Seamus Wright, getting some action in this game off the bench. Finished up with a bucket and a couple of rebounds, and very aggressive on defense for the Eagles. And that's pretty much it. Oh, actually, one other player, Nick Pena, hit a tray for 3 for the Hobbs Eagle cause, and that was the final scoring for the Eagles. They had 7 scores in the books, which was more than 5 for Highland, so 2 more scores getting in for a kind of spread-out offense versus what Highland was showing, with mostly Lycone hitting that 33 in this game. Hobbs was 7 of 11, 63% in terms of free throw shooting, 2% lower than their season average. They did get 26 rebounds, 1 shy of Highland in this game. Top boardmen for the Eagles, they had 6 for Turbiatis and 4 for Abraham Pena, 3 apiece for Vega, Hernandez, and Henderson. Eagles, again, 15 turnovers, the same for Highland at 15. Eagles finished up in this game 63-52 the final, and losing by 11, but could have been worse at some points, down by as many as 17 in the second half. But they did have some leads in the first half, though, and really putting Highland on the ropes early in this game, Ron. Of course, Highland came in number 1 in the Max Preps poll in the 4A. Eagles at number 18 in the 5A.
Yeah, one of the things that we touched on was the 3-point shooting, and the second half they didn't have to do too much of that. However, it was basically that first half lead that the Hornets had used to be able to get into this and, of course, win it. They had more shots on threes than Hobbs did. Were able to take advantage of that. In fact, actually, Lycone was the one that was shooting almost all those threes in the first half. In the second half, it was sparse as far as Herrera, and Stafford actually tried to shoot a couple of them, missed it. Chavez got 1 for his troubles, and Herrera got 2 out of about 6 attempts. So they were using that. Plus, they did a little bit better on the free throw line. Hobbs didn't do too bad, but just didn't get enough attempts to be able to make a difference on this game.
Should mention they did outscore Highland 14-11 in the fourth quarter, still losing by 63-52. So Hobbs now 4-9 on the season. Highland improves to 10-2. They're going to play the winner of Volcano Vista, the number 1 team in the state in the 5A, who is playing against Monzano here in just a couple of minutes. So more than likely that will be a Volcano Vista win. And regardless, though, Hobbs has to get prepared for a game tomorrow back here at Volcano Vista High School, as they will take on the loser of tonight's game. And if it is Monzano, a little bit different team to get ready for, because they haven't seen them yet officially at one-on-one, but they have played Volcano Vista, who beat them by 20 in the Hobbs Holiday Tournament.
Overall, it's been 0-1 since just a few years ago, but that was actually in 2007 when we lost at state playoffs. But for Monzano, we lead them since 1960, 15-4 overall for the series. But again, you can't use those numbers. You can't say, look, just because we beat you 15-4 means that we're going to be walking in the park, going in here and cleaning you up. Monzano can come in and do the same thing or similar things that other teams have done against Hobbs. Hobbs needs to come in here, be aggressive, be able to get the ball across the court, also get aggressive on defense, make some turnovers happen, make some other things happen as well, and get back into the game, play aggressively, and play like you want to win. Don't just come out here and play a little bit of pass ball and see if you can get something open. Sometimes that does not occur. So just go out here and do your best. And against this Monarch team, I believe they can do it.
So final score tonight, 63-52. The Hobbs Eagles move on to the consolation round, second round of the APS Metro Tournament. 5:15 pregame show tomorrow night, 5:30 tip-off. Don't forget, later tonight, in just a couple of minutes, in fact, the Hobbs Lady Eagles hit the court. They're at another gym here in Albuquerque as they take on West Mesa. Of course, the Lady Eagles have the coaches poll number 1 after that big Hobbs Holiday Tournament championship win, beating teams like Volcano Vista, some other squads as well. So very impressive, Coach Carpenter, getting the team the last year, won the APS Metro Tournament. That was an exciting finish up here in Albuquerque. Would like to take the trophy back home once again. So we will be on the air again tomorrow. By the way, that girls game is on currently, 100.5 The Eagle. You can check that out right now on the radio, also on HobbsAmerica.com and YouTube. So we'll be back with you tomorrow night at 5:15 here at Volcano Vista High School in Albuquerque for the APS Metro Tournament. For E.B. Stewart back to the station, Ron Gunner, myself, Ty Friend. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we will see you tomorrow from the Duke City.
Thank you for listening to Hobbs Eagle Basketball on Cool 95.7 and the Cool 95.7 app. Today's game was brought to you by Elite Home Healthcare, Thriftway, Hobbs Express, and the First American Bank of Hobbs. Hobbs Eagle Basketball on Cool 95.7 also brought to you by Forest Tire Company, TDS, the Lee County State Bank, and Lasco Construction. Hobbs Eagle Basketball on Cool 95.7, the Cool 95.7 app, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel is an exclusive presentation of Noalmark Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Now back to the greatest hits of all time on Cool 95.7.